It's Ron Woodturning. Welcome back. Just a simple bowl project today. I found another piece of that spalted pecan, and I cut it kind of funny, but it used to be a big knot. Well, actually it was a branch. It was sticking out, so I sliced that off, and then I cut it in half, and then I got it mounted on a faceplate. It's spalted really well, looks like, so it's going to be pretty, I hope. It's going to end up being about 7 inches, and it's 4 inches now, but I'm probably going to lose at least a ½ inch, maybe more. So maybe let's just call it 7 by 3. So let me get it chucked up and stick with me. Oh, and thank y'all for subscribing. I busted 500. I really appreciate that. So thank y'all very much. So I hope you enjoy this one. Stick with me. Alright, so there it is mounted up. And I'm going to do a little speed test on it. We'll start out at 100, 200, 300, 400. One more. I'm going to get my finger on the off button. 500. 600. I think that's as fast as I want to go. Well, it'll do 600. That means I can go faster later on. Good deal. Alright, well it ain't round yet, but it's getting there. And this might be one where I might leave some bark on it. I don't know. It's got some wormholes in it. It's all solid though. I don't think I'm going to need to harden it up or nothing. Pardon me. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and keep going around until this bark just goes away. I just don't. I mean, right now it's only about, well, if I want to keep the whole 7 inches, some of this bark's got to stay. I don't know, whatever. It's going to look pretty either way. So let me just keep going round and round. And I'll be back. Alright, so I'm going to refine the shape just a little bit more, and I am going to leave this bark on here and here. I just been beating it off of there with my carbide tip for now, but I'm going to do a little bit more shaping on it, clean that bottom up, make it flat, and then I'm going with a tenon. And I'll fill in stuff. I don't know, I learned my lesson on the dadgum resin. I don't have any anyways. I'm going to use epoxy. Fill this up. Oh, they might even put some color in it. Let's go. Alright, so if I want this bark to stay on, I'm going to have to put some super glue around the edges. And then I'll fill it later. Right now, just soak it. Give it something to stick. Yeah, I'm leaving that on. I like it. I'll fill the holes with something. I ain't made up my mind yet, but it's going to get filled up with something. Yeah. Yeah. Get in there. Also, it's a good idea not to spin this for a while, unless you want a face full of super glue. It might look dry on the outside, but some of that stuff down in there takes a little bit. Let me spritz it. Put a little of this activator on there. There we go. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to let that sit. I don't feel like getting sprayed with super glue right now. And you know what I'm going to try? You know, the bottom is, I'm just going to make this kind of roundish. And then I'm going to hollow the inside out. I'm not going to make a bowl out of it. I'm going to make it kind of like a, I don't know, one of them hollow form thingies. With this big tenon on there, and it's not sticking out very far, I should be able to drill it down the middle and hollow up inside here. And I've never done that before. I mean, I made a vase, but I want a lip. So when I flip it around, I'm gonna shape this thing a little rounder, kind of like a, well, you know, rounder, and I'm gonna make a hollow form. I think that'll be fun. Let's do it. Alright, I got it round, and I'm going to fill these, I'm going to mix up some epoxy. I'm going to fill this with, I don't know what color, but I am going to fill it. So, it's going to take me a little bit, but I like it. So anyway, when I get to the other side, I'm just going to probably end up putting a lid on it, like with one of them finial thingies. So, it's going to be a long project, but we'll stick to it. Alright, so I changed my mind again. I'm not going to fill this up. I'm just going to leave it bark. It doesn't need nothing. I'm just to sand it down, clean it up, make it shiny. And look at the spalt on there, man. It's awesome. I love it. But I'm going to sand it, and then I'm going to flip it around. I already made sure it fit my jaws. And then I'll work on the top, dig it out. Alright, it's sanded to 400, and I'm going to use my my dark paste on it. I don't know, I think it just works good with spalt lines. And I mean, it just makes them pop like crazy. I love it. See, look, like, here's some spalted. As soon as I hit it, it just pops. Well, you know, it's just me. Y'all might not think so, but I like it, and it comes off. It seals the wood. It smooths it. It's got a little abrasive in it. I think you got to sand it a little higher up than you do like Yorkshire grit. You know, you can get away with 220, 240, 280, 300s. I got to go to 4 and 5 and 600 to get the same kind of smoothness. But let's wipe it off. Man, that's pretty. Damn. Nice. Neato. Cool. Now I'll do this again. When I get it flipped over and hollowed out, it'll be a lot lighter and I can spin it faster and really get a shine on it. But right now I just wanted to get as much, especially the bottom. That'll be harder to get to after a while. Alright, let's see what it looks like. Wow. That is cool. You gotta love spalted wood. Beautiful. Alright. Alright, I'm flipping around. Alright, it's flipped around. Now I can't do a little hole because I had my big faceplate on here, so I can only come in so much, or I can make this wide enough to hide, you know, get rid of these holes, and then make a finial for the top and the lid that fits down in there. So just keep round this over just a little bit more, and anyway, I'm gonna have to play with it because I ain't real sure yet. I may have messed it up already, but we're gonna see. Alright, so I marked it. I gotta go about right there. That'll give me about a 1/2 inch bottom. And I'm gonna slow it down about 600. Still perfectly level. And we'll drill. Alright, just keep going, I'll be back. Alright, I took a break, overnight break, went to work, come back, and it didn't move, so I'm pretty sure this wood's stable. I'm going to go ahead and cut the middle out of it now, so stick with me. Alright, so I cocked the head because I was leaning way over the other side of the bed, and now I can come straight this way and stand in front of it and make that curve inside to match the outside. It's just going to make it easier for me. I'm sure you could do it on a regular lathe, but I don't tilt this one very often, but it sure works out. The only problem is I got the depth, so got about that much tool hanging over here, so I'm not going to be able to really dig in. I just have to feather it. It may take a little bit longer, but a lot easier on me leaning over. So let's play with it some more. Well, I'm going to plan B. That thing jumped out at me. So I'm going to set up my hollowing jig and turn this back like it was. It don't take long. I don't want to mess it up. I spent too much time on it. Alright, it's back to normal. Alright. So, I got it set up and now I'm going to adjust the laser. And I already like the thickness I got, so I'm just going to put my tool right here and adjust the laser so it touches the edge. So yeah, I got a long way to go. Let me tighten that up right there. Make it a little bit thinner. There we go. Now I'm gonna follow the laser. Now you don't have to have that to do what I'm doing. I like it, so I'm gonna use it. Alright. Hey, yeah. Looks good in there too. Pretty smooth. I got a couple of ridges here. I'm going to hit that with a scraper. But the sides are smooth. They just need sanding. And around the lip. And call that good. I'll just run a scraper across the bottom now. Move that out the way. Yep. So I just run the scraper across the bottom and we're good. That's it. Now I learned my lesson on this stuff. I'm going to go with lacquer sanding sealer because it'll suck it up and lacquer will clog it quicker so I can get a finish on it. Man, that's only 2 coats. That first one I let it sit a while and it sucked it up in places but not everywhere. And then the second coat, I think 3 coats of this thin lacquer is going to do it.
What you talking about?
I'm talking to the bowl. Now she thinks I'm crazy. Of course I might be. But anyway. I'll put some more on it, then flip it around. Alright, so I gave it some time to dry. And this is just a piece of wood that I combed over and flattened the end and then glued a piece of foam on it. So basically, I'm just going to stick the bowl on there like that. Take this board out of the way. Slide my tailstock out of the way. Bring my live center up. Put it in the same hole that it was in. Check it for round. Tighten it up. Now, cut the bottom off. Ooh. So let's see how that's 200, 300, 400, 500. That's plenty fast to cut the bottom off. So I'll be back and we'll cut the bottom off and then dish it out a little bit. Yeah, perfect. Alright, I'm glad y'all stuck with me. And again, thank y'all very much for subscribing. I really enjoy it. I hope y'all are enjoying it too. I'm like this one a lot. It's nice. It's nice. I just love this wood. And I got the bottom. I gotta put another coat on it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's light too. And I don't know, it's different. It's gonna sit like this. Perfect for candy, huh? But bang. I got a few more pieces of this wood left, and I'll be making some more stuff. You know, I might get a little braver next time. I kind of chickened out on this one. I was wanting to make it. And I need another tool to do that. I don't have nothing to go around the corner that's small for little stuff. I got big stuff, but didn't do me no good on this one. But I like it, and I'm glad y'all stuck with me. And y'all have a great day.